Alright, I think we're ready. Size of a coconut, 16 inches long, 3 1/3 pounds. Hey everybody, welcome to the week 31 pregnancy vlog. This week the baby is the size of...
a coconut.
Yep. 16 inches long, 3 1/3 pounds, and it's going to go through a big growth spurt coming up, gaining lots of weight.
I bet it's more like 3.5 pounds.
Yeah, our baby's definitely bigger, probably. Definitely, probably bigger.
Definitely, probably bigger.
So, what's been going on this week, Hilda?
Well, let's start off with Father's Day. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So the girls, everyone made me breakfast. That was good. And I got, I think, 6 cards total from the girls.
Yeah.
Plus extra cards from, like, my mom and stuff. So that was pretty cool. They got me this new shirt, Star Wars, this new hat, and I actually got another Star Wars shirt and a book. It was a pretty good Father's Day, so thanks to everyone for that.
Yeah, we had a good Father's Day, and we spent the evening out in the garden working, and that's kind of been the theme of the week, is every evening, probably, like 5 p.m. to like 9 p.m., we work in the garden and on the property, like mowing and weed whacking and pulling up sticker bushes and just trying to like clean up the place. We're just trying to get the property a little more manageable, because some things were just way out of control.
We've got a baby shower coming up next weekend. We've got the girls' party sometime after that, 3 or 4
July 21st, I think.
21st. Those are all going to be outdoor parties. Plus, we got baby coming. Plus, it was really nice last week. So, I think it was in the 80s most of the week. 4 out of the 5 days or so. So, it felt pretty good. Get things going. And Zoe's pretty good at riding her bike now, so while we're working out in the garden, she's usually riding her bike. And we found baby bunnies on our property 2 days ago, that she's obsessed with now. So,
well, she was obsessed with bunnies before, but to find baby bunnies, we've told the girls, like, don't touch them, just kind of like, you can peek at them, but not to, like, touch them, because they're just little tiny babies that need their mom, but they're basically, like, fighting off the cat to, like, keep the bunnies safe.
So that's been the theme of this week. What about the symptoms?
Well, I'll talk about the worst symptom first, which was last night. Last night, the girls stayed the night at a friend's house, and they had a sleepover, so Mike and I thought, oh, we're going to get, like, a really nice night of sleep, like, super excited about sleeping. And then at, like, 2:30 a.m. rolls around, and all of a sudden, like, all this, like, acid starts coming up, and, I'm sleeping, and then I'm waking up to what feels like you're almost, like, throwing up, and then it kind of, like, goes down into your lungs, and I have asthma and allergies, so, like, that acid kind of, like, triggers my asthma, and it makes it feel like you can't breathe, and you're, like, like, that really scary moment where, and then that triggers panic on top of that, because you're like, I can't breathe, and basically I ran to the bathroom, I opened the window to try to get, like, some air, I don't know if that actually does anything, and then I grabbed some water, and tried to, like, take a sip. I was pretty much dying, and Mike's, like, oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah, I was too out of it, and I didn't really understand what was happening.
Eventually, when I felt okay to, like, walk down the stairs, I ended up calling this, like, 24-hour nurse hotline. Talked to a nurse, and she basically said take a bunch of Tums and drink water and then sleep elevated. So normally I sleep 25 degrees or something, and then, like, last night I did, like, the full 45-degree angle, which I think really helped.
I don't think you usually sleep 25. I think you usually just straight flat.
Straight flat, yeah. I don't know what ultimately triggers it. Like, I know, like, the growing baby and having less tummy space, but I don't know. Like, last night I had a chocolate muffin and chocolate milk before bed, so I don't know if that
chocolate can trigger it.
Chocolate triggered it, or what, but I'm just, like, a little nervous. For the last week, before bed, Mike will eat a snack, and I'm, like, so scared to, like, eat before bed that, like, I basically kind of go to bed hungry because I don't want to have this happen. I probably ate too close to bedtime, so...
Kind of scary.
Yeah, definitely scary. The nurse said the worst thing that can happen is when it goes into your lungs, that can turn into pneumonia, so... But she said normally, like, with healthy people, like, you just cough it all up and you're fine. And I haven't felt too bad or coughed too much today, so I think I'm okay.
Good. You want to talk about the numbness, the sciatica?
Oh, yeah. So another symptom that I've had kind of throughout the pregnancy is kind of, well, the carpal tunnel, which was kind of the middle fingers going asleep. The other symptom I have is just when I'm, normally it's like when I'm walking around, my leg falls asleep, and it's really kind of weird feeling, but Mike was researching it's like a sciatic nerve thing.
Because of your uterus putting pressure on it.
Yeah, but it's totally weird too, because, yeah, you have no feeling, and it kind of makes it uncomfortable to be doing stuff sometimes.
Because we didn't mention it, but the girls had their last days of school last week, so they're officially out of school.
Each day since then, we've kind of just been working on projects. We went through all the girls' pants and did a big donation bag. Went through their underwear, did a big donation bag of that. I think we had, like, every pair of underwear they've ever worn for the last 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was about time to, like, start donating this stuff.
We're sitting on the red couch in the girls' room.
I know.
Not
it's covered up.
Not the green couch anymore. So that's officially in the truck, ready to go to the dump. Yes. Never did get to the dump, but I'm going today, so that'll be done and over with after that.
Okay, I guess the last thing we can talk about is how big my belly is. And the funniest story that I want to share is that I went out to eat with Grandpa. He eats at a buffet restaurant, and apparently my mom was telling all their friends about my ginormous, huge belly. Because when I showed up, the neighbor down the street was like, Hilda, I was expecting your belly to be like twice as big, and your mom made it sound huge, and just went on and on. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. Like, she thinks it's so big. So that is all part of this book that I'm planning on writing, and it's going to be like all the things not to say to pregnant women. Which usually your biggest critics are those closest to you, which could be your mother. I guess that leads into another thing I was going to mention was I was trying to brush my teeth, and then the counter was kind of like pressing up against my belly. That was really uncomfortable. So I realized you can just kind of like lift your belly onto the counter and rest it while you brush your teeth.
Alright, let's show it off then. Week 31, okay. Belly.
So this is the belly. It looks like a big... Oh, where's Michael? Mike's like, I'm not even in the shot anymore. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa. Oh.
That's the other thing the girls pointed out, that you don't sit with your legs closed anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's always got to be legs wide open with the belly, like, in between.
Yeah.
And then they were saying it looked like you didn't have underwear on because your belly was
I know,
right
I was sitting in the garden, and my belly was hanging out, and they're like, Mom, oh my gosh, your belly's hanging out. Just embarrassing moments like that.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I can't, like, you know how women are supposed to have their legs, I don't know, close together. Well, when you're pregnant, your belly's kind of like, you know, taking up that space. Just doesn't happen anymore. It's definitely not always this, like, romantic idea of pregnancy that people have. I think sometimes it's actually quite difficult, but I think overall it's been pretty easy. Even though I do complain. It's mainly
could be on bed rest.
Yes. I get to be active every day and do lots of gardening and work outside. So I really can't complain, but I just wish I wasn't having the heartburn. So, yeah.
Heartburn's your worst problem. I think you're doing okay.
I know.
All
and
right.
I want to know if that's old wives' tale that if you have heartburn, you have a baby with a head full of hair. So it sounds.
Well, we're gonna find out.
We'll find out, but I want if you experienced it, please leave us a comment and let us know. Both the girls had very little hair. Pretty much their first year of life, and I did not have heartburn. I don't remember having heartburn. I'm wondering if this little baby boy is going to have a head full of hair.
Alright, I think that about wraps it up. So if you want to check out any of the videos you might have missed, click the playlist right above here. Mm-hmm. And other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Bye! Let's do it.